Zek Ahmen. I am the intellectual prophet, AHMIR, NUBEN, MENKARAYZZ, mentor of Ahmen. I'm speaking today and I'm reintroducing Ahmen in a way, a reintroduction to the black race on who Ahmen is. Ahmen is the eternal God, the true and living God, the God not of religion, because a lot of our people today are turned off by religion and God and Jesus and all this, because all this goes hand in hand, or it tends to go hand in hand when our people think God. They think religion, they think stories, they think fairy tales and spirituality, and immediately they're turned off. And that's right and exact, to be turned off by religion, because there's been so many lies and misunderstandings and false hope that our people have been fed through religion, and it hasn't really helped our people. Reason being is because we haven't been exposed to the true and eternal God, the real God, not the false gods in religion. False gods in religion have done nothing but sell us false hope, false dreams. So now we need to be exposed to the true God, the eternal God. The true and eternal God, exposure to the true and eternal God will give us everlasting power, real power. The same power that the governments have set their foundation on, America, and all the governments all over the world set their foundation on the power of the true God. Why I say that is because they're actually connecting to a real person who they refer to and who they worship as the eternal God, known as Ahmen. Ahmen is the eternal God that our people at one point in time made connection with, made reception with, as we say in the state of Mentel. When our people were in the ancient world ruling Egypt, Sumeria, and all these kingdoms, we were in power and we were in tune with the true and living eternal God, Ahmen. We didn't know any Jesus because there was no Jesus. Jesus is a fictitious character that was made up through Greco-Roman philosophy, false gods. Right? Allah was a Arabian god, one of the pagan idols of Islam, 360 to be exact. So these gods in religion that our people are worshiping all have a beginning. So if a god has a beginning in the mind of man, where man creates the idea of a god and pulls together words to create all kinds of demigods and fictitious gods, right? Then that means that these gods will eventually have an ending. You look at the story of Jesus Christ, the majority of people, our people, black people, and just people in the world who are caught up in Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, they're following Jesus Christ because Jesus Christ is the God of religion. That's a fact. God is not a person. God is a title, not a person. The God of religion is Jesus Christ. This is why you'll see with the Muslims, they're now standing up for Jesus. He has a whole book in the Quran called Isa ibn Maryam. And Muhammad, who is supposed to be the prophet of Islam, he says that he followed Jesus Christ as the prophet or the comforter who would come after Jesus Christ, according to what he taught. So his story, or his link to this Jesus Christ character, lays heavily on the foundation of Islam, right? That's why, like I said, Jesus has a whole book, right, in the Quran, right? And it links to the book of Revelation, so they say. Then they say that Muhammad is the comforter. Now, if there is factually, and if there's proven, and it has been proven factually, there is no Jesus Christ, that there is no person who ever existed named Jesus Christ, and that means Muhammad's story is false. He can't claim to be a prophet after the order of a Jesus Christ, who he claims Allah told him about, if there is in fact no Jesus Christ, right? So that makes his lineage all a bunch of nonsense. The claims he has to prophethood or prophetship, that makes it nonsense, right? Now you look at the Christianity. Christianity stands on what? It stands on Jesus Christ, a character or a person who claimed to have came and lived and died, yet no one has ever proven that this person existed. You have all kinds of artifacts from dinosaurs and ancient people that lived way before this Jesus Christ character, yet There is no proof of Jesus. There's no picture of Jesus. There's nothing. We know that the white image can't be correct. And there's no black image of Jesus Christ. In fact, the word Jesus Christ is a Greco-Roman configuration from the fictitious god of Jupiter, which came out of Rome, and the Greek god Zeus, which came out of Greece. And when the Catholic Church took those two fictitious gods, right, and they put them together, they got the name Jesus or Jesus, right? This is why if you look at the image of Jupiter, the Roman god, and Zeus, the Greek god, they both look like the modern day Jesus with the long hair and the beard. And you'll also see where he has the toga style gown, which is where Jesus gets the white robe from. The white toga is where the white robe comes from, right? You'll also see the crown of thorns that are around the Greeks, the crown of leaves that are around the Greek's head. But then when they took it to the Jesus character, it was thorns. The leaves came off, right? So it's all the same Greco-Roman made-up God that our people are calling on. The Israelites, they talk about some Yahweh or Yeshua, right? Or Joshua, saying that this is the Jesus character and that that's the Hebrew pronunciation, Yeshua, of Jesus Christ, which is false. That has never been proven. However, the Israelites hold on to this Jesus Christ thing. So you got three major religions: Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, or the Hebrewism, who hold on to the character Jesus as their God. You see Jews for Jesus now. So they're telling you that Jesus is the premier God of religion. Now, if there is no character called Jesus Christ, then that means that their religion and their beliefs are false. They steer our people, the powers that be, the elite, steer the people in the world, what we call the church, the people in the world, the church, the believers. They steer you to follow false gods like Jesus and Allah, right? Even though, like I said, Allah is not really a god, right? That's the name of a pagan god or a pagan idol. Jesus is the God of Islam. So they steer you to follow a pagan god while they're coming in tune with the true and living, eternal God, who is known as Ahmen, right? Because you know that Ahmen is real because these people are in power and they thank or they praise Ahmen for putting them in power. A God is going to naturally put a people in power if they are in tune with that God. So if you look at our people today and you see that they are not in power, that they're under people, they're under the authority of man, then obviously they're not in tune with God. That's factual. Only a people who are in power, who are given the authority on earth, those would be rightfully the people in tune with God. So now the white man, he's in tune with God. The elite, the powers that be, are in tune with God. When they put the eye of the pyramid, they put the eye over the pyramid of their unfinished kingdom, they're saying, in God we trust. The in God that they say they trust in is not Jesus Christ. And it is not Satan like the so-called Israelites say. No, it is not any Satan. It is not no hidden diabolical God or no Baphomet. That's a lie. The God they're talking about is Ahmen. The same God that we talked about in the ancient world. How you know this? Because they put the pyramid and put his eye in the pyramid to signify that that is a building or a building of the ancient world or a connection with the ancient world.